Welcome to this video. We play against Forensisch. Let's see how this develops. Okay, so he likes to play maybe the Nimzo. What I will try is the f3 line, if he chooses to play bishop b4. Okay, but we just switch via different move order to the Queen's Gambit declined. With bishop b4, however. Normally you play bishop e7. I'm not sure about this move. Okay, I will just continue with the normal setup here. Okay, this knight obviously wants to jump to c5 or e5 if I don't have a pawn on d4 anymore. So I likely take back with the pawn if he takes on d4. Okay, here he gains some space on the queen side, so he can play b5, a5, and so on. I'm also thinking about just sacrificing here the knight on c3, just castling. If he takes, the queen looks a bit strange on c3, and I have easy development. And the black squared bishop might be good. I think I will do this. On the other hand, the pawn on c4 might become very strong. So should I try to open up the center somehow? Maybe e4. That's interesting. Okay, his idea is to play a5, maybe b4, and so on. But the queen that doesn't have that many squares, so I could also prepare, maybe just bishop b1 here. So the pawn on a2 is protected. I have a bit of pressure now on c4 as well. Let's do this. So the king did not castle yet, so I think I will just push for e5. So my bishop is eyeing here on h7, and yeah, he gives back the pawn. The question is if I really like to lose my bishop here on b1, although I win a pawn, but I'm also thinking about just sacrificing the rook here. So my pieces are very active now. Maybe bishop e7 and already a knight, bishop sacrifice on h7 works. Maybe, I mean, although it looks really strange, bishop d8 is possible. Although I doubt it. What about just a quiet move? Although maybe bishop f4, also threatening e6. So now I have the idea to play e6. I have the idea of taking here on h7 with the bishop, followed by bishop knight g5. I could take here on c4 as well. Yeah, but here I thought I'd just take on e6, on f6, right? Followed maybe by bishop h7 and taking here on b8. Yeah, this looks good. So what's the head count, the body count, so to say? 3, 4, 5. I'm not even better in this position, material wise. Can I use maybe the G file? Let's try to try to play rook G1 maybe. The queen is a bit lost here on A5. So now I have pressure here on G5 and G7 as well. So knight G5 was a strange move. Does he want to play rook to F5 here? But I can play F4. Yeah, this position looks quite good. Yeah, the bishop on E5 is very strong piece. So piece-wise, I'm quite happy, despite my queen here on B3. I think it would be much better to have the queen somehow here on the king side. So I would really love to just move it to E6, and then I have a lot of options here. But at the moment, I mean, black has really direct problems due to strange. Queen A8. I wanted to play F4, but then Queen A8 check might be irritating. And after H4, a possible Queen H4 later on might be good for him. And I don't have time. Come on. I want to play Rook G4 afterwards, so. Or can he just sacrifice a knight with knight E6? I take Queen H4. 20 seconds. Maybe Queen E6 still is good. Threatening Queen H6, and he cannot take because of the pin here. It looks good to me. Yeah, this worked out. Okay, yeah, nice game. Yeah, it was an interesting fight, and I'm not sure if this pawn sacrifice is a good one, but I hoped that I have some good counter chances due to my active pieces, but I'm not sure about this. The idea was also that the queen is a bit lost here on the queen side, and that an attack on the king side might be working quite well. I mean, black obviously cannot castle long; it would be much dangerous. So he has to castle short, and yes. So you can see that he lost quite a lot of time by moving his queen around. But I mean, if my attack doesn't work, the end game for black would be winning. I mean, this pawn on c4 is a monster, and might promote to a queen very soon. So this is a very risky approach, and I'm not sure if I would really like to repeat it. Here, however, I mean, I think it would be better for him just to castle. Otherwise, yeah, after this here, I think my attack can become really dangerous. And I think it was also very good choice of black. that he gave back the pawn, because otherwise, I mean, if you really retreat the knight here, I can win the exchange. This is true, but in addition, my pieces would be very strong, so I could follow up with bishop e7 and don't take here, and then just following up with knight g5 or even sacrificing on h7. So now I'm not sure if he just gave this because he didn't want to lose the exchange, or if he wanted to simplify a bit the position. And yeah, here the exchange sacrifice was just, the idea was that my bishop on b1 might become very strong here, attacking the rook, attacking this pawn, and I'm not sure if here maybe even bishop e7 is better. But if I was black, I would try also to use my own trump, and my own trump in this position is a pawn on c4. And after playing rook b8, I mean, I could also easily just take here on c4, and I think my position is really good. This pawn becomes also very strong surpasser, and yeah, I think he should just keep this pawn alive, playing c3, and also later on, I'm not weakening his position that much. I mean, this was virtually a losing move, I think. Pawn f5. Maybe just knight b6. I think knight b6, although there are not that many pieces here left to protect this pawn. And if I play e6, just taking here with the bishop, giving back the exchange and having a very good position. Although, I mean, the whole idea of my game was really to sacrifice a bishop here. So after knight b6, maybe I can just take here on h7 with the bishop. He takes back, knight g5, check, and after king g8, I think queen h5 is really annoying for him. So maybe he needs really to play bishop king g6, and yeah, but this also looks really ugly for black. Yeah, so watch out for some exchange sacrifices if you have very active pieces afterwards, like here the rook e4. I really like rook e4 because this bishop is a very, very strong piece, and I think I rather have the bishop here on e4 than a rook. Thanks for watching.